So I'm confused as to why I can't wear my cap.
For LaRissa Waln, Thursday afternoon's graduation ceremony at State Farm Stadium will be filled with much anticipation. The 17-year-old senior, who's a Native American, is fighting for her right to wear Native American beads and a sacred eagle feather on her cap. It's something the Dysart Unified School District says they will not allow.
I wouldn't necessarily say anxious, I do want to walk still. I want to be a part of my high school ceremony while being a part of my culture and representing my heritage and everything and being proud of it. But if they do say that I cannot walk, then I won't, and then we'll proceed on from there.
The school district says if Waln tries to wear her decorated cap with the sacred Native American beads and eagle feather, they will confiscate it and offer her a cap with nothing on it. LaRissa says she will not allow the district officials to take it.
Because, like we said, we're already from South Dakota. I've grown up in Arizona, which means I'm very far from our traditions. And any way that I can be a part of it, I will. And to even stand up for it, I will.
I contacted the school and asked them, what the policy was, if they had a written policy on it. They couldn't present me with a written policy about it. It's not in the student handbook or it's not in the district's handbook or anything like that. So I don't understand why it would be not allowed then.
I did reach out to the Dysart Unified School District office this morning, and they tell me the principal out here at Valley Vista was never made aware of the situation by the student or the parents. So they're trying to figure out exactly what's going on. But Brian and LaRissa say that isn't true. Brian says he had already asked the vice principal about their policy before 12 News ever reached out to the district for comment. The Dysart School District sent this email to 12 News saying, "The Dysart Unified School District respects the formality of our high school graduation ceremonies and expects that all students wear a cap and gown. Only school-approved regalia, which is typically academic in nature, is allowed to adorn the gown. Caps or gowns are not decorated in any way." Phoenix attorney Mark Lambert says there is legal protections for Native Americans who want to express their religious and cultural freedoms.
Yeah, there's something called the American Indian Religious Freedom Act, and that's a federal policy that says that in the United States it's important to protect and preserve Indian religious culture and Indian religious practices, and they talk about use and possession of sacred objects. So the argument at least would be that an eagle feather is a sacred object and has religious import. And in order to protect that, you need to allow the student to don that feather during the graduation.
Lambert says a quick resolution legally is unlikely because cases like these take time to litigate. The more likely scenario is the school district makes an exception right before the ceremony, or they'll let the courts decide.
So if you look around the country, there are a lot of states and a lot of cities that have allowed Native Americans to don an eagle feather during graduation.
Now the ACLU Arizona is involved. The group sent a letter to the Dysart Unified School District saying in part, no student should have to choose between exercising her faith and attending her graduation ceremony. We respectfully request that you immediately allow Ms. Waln to participate in graduation while wearing her eagle feather and beadwork on her graduation cap, as required under Arizona's religious freedom law. LaRissa Waln says her classmates have been showing their support for her fight. She says many plan to decorate their caps in a show of solidarity to her cultural and religious beliefs, something she says makes her feel the fight is worth it.
Because they don't want any hate groups to start doesn't make sense, because I'm not saying that everyone has to do this. No, I'm just representing my culture.